The ocean sprays, the birds speak. We look inside and rise in peace, eyes open to realize hope as we walk in beauty wherever the path leads. Creator is guiding me on this journey. That's all I need. Warmth beneath my feet as I look into the skies. Tears fill my eyes, and love fills my mind. The drum sounding so astounding, heart pounding with relief. Ears open to catch the lessons, 5 fingers counting my blessings. I believe with time and effort we can achieve.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing?
Good morning, y'all.
Hey, we already got 13 people in the house before you even came in out of the intro. Nice to see you guys all. Thanks for joining us this beautiful Sunday. I feel spring is coming every single episode.
Tagging here, guys. What up, Colin?
Every episode we do, we're getting closer to that summer weather, and I'm really excited about that. It's actually supposed to be 70 today here, but a little bit breezy, some afternoon storms maybe. And that's the kind of weather that I've been looking for, and I'm kind of excited. And I hope everybody's having a great day. We're going to talk a little bit about purpose, and I felt it was a good subject to talk about today because I've had a lot of things happen this week that made me feel like I was on the right path to my own purpose. And we'll talk about that today as well. Thanks for joining me, Wayne. How you doing, Tagging Wayne?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Karen.
Hi, Karen. How you doing, sis?
Thanks for all the tags, Tagging Wayne. Chad, how you doing? Andrea.
Chad, Andrea, what's up, Colin? Mr. Colin
Appreciate
Smith.
you, Orpheus. How you doing, Orpheus? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Appreciate you too.
What's up, buddy?
What's going on, Mike? How you doing? Hello, mushroom fans. Yep, fellow mushroom fans. I made some more mushroom friends yesterday. I taught at a class about an hour north of me, and I met a lot of cool, interesting people, and I taught a mushroom class. So it was a good weekend.
Sir Steve-O in the house. You guys don't know Sir Steve-O.
Yes.
Check him out.
Jeremy.
Turf Thursdays. He does Girl Fam. He does Knock Network. He does, I don't know, a lot of shit. He's just all over. Go watch him. He's cool, awesome, and knowledgeable.
I'm still trying to catch up on the comments. Sir Steve-O's comments way down there. I look like a cup. I got a cup of Joe too. You got a? Oh, nice. I got my mushroom coffee. This is actually the first time I've had my mushroom coffee in the whole week. So this whole week I went by without drinking anything in the morning, which was different. Going on? Just got one Facebook user.
Hi, Shannon. What's up, sweetheart?
What's going on, Sir Steve-O?
Hey, Justin.
Justin, how you doing?
Primary purpose. Well, you said purpose, but in AA, they talk about the primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. But, one of the things that I kind of take that out into my recovery too is my primary purpose when I got sober is I dedicated my life to love and service. And I lost sight of that for a while. And now that I have that back, I got that drive again, and that purpose, that primary purpose back. And that's one of the things I've learned in life is if I don't have a purpose or a primary, I walk all over the place and I'm just scatterbrained, kind of lost, but if I have a purpose in life, or in just a certain situation, whatever it may be, it don't have to be just the whole big picture of life, just primary purpose in a situation, this is what I want to get done, goals, so it's awesome. Hi, Lisa May. Paul Kurtz, Smoking, Choking, Nerd Roping.
All right, let's get that giveaway going, guys. We got a brand new product that I just made last week, and we're going to give away the first bottle. It's the Reishi Turkey Tail Lion's Mane Mix. All three are in one capsule, and you can take a couple of these and get all three mushrooms in one. So we're going to give a bottle away to that to start the day off. And I honestly believe that this is going to become one of my most popular products. I really do, because it's all three mushrooms in one. So you just take them and you're going to feel a lot better. It really helps. It's really going to help with depression and gut issues and everything else.
Dill is your purpose in life. And Elisa, it's I love what you're doing, advocating for mothers and parents with autistic children. That's amazing, hon. You're gonna help a lot of people. That's why I kind of tagged you with that other lady too, that she's doing the same thing, and that way you guys know that you're not alone. And I was hoping that you guys could connect, and it seems like you have a little bit, so that's awesome.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. It's there's the hashtag Great River Mushroom Mix. It's a long hashtag, but it's pretty easy to spell.
Dan's eye.
3 is better than 1. Swallowing 3 capsules, yeah, for sure.
And see, that's Karen made a good point there. That instead of swallowing 3 capsules, I like to try the mix once and see how that does, and then maybe try the all 3 of them separate. I
haven't even tried them yet. I actually just started. I literally made them the other day, and then I've been like literally at home just to sleep the last 3 days. It's been crazy busy.
Well, you've been a busy man. Perry Wood, what's going on, brother?
My boss decided to do the biggest roof that we'll probably do this year 2 days before I teach that class, but not his fault. It's just the way things go. So we've been literally working till 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night, and I had to come home get prepared for this class for 2 to 3 hours, and then get up again at 5:30 in the morning and do it all over again. So it's been a long 3 days. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I made it through it, and I realized a lot of things about myself because of it.
Shannon. Karen, she's at it again.
Well, Mike, maybe you just actually, maybe you'll win this one. We're going to give away 2 bottles today. It's our 10th episode with Coughee Time with Dan and Rhino. So we're going to give away a couple other ones too. So it's a special episode.
Hell yeah. Get Blaze. What up, Wallace? Happy Sunday. Be the first person on your block to get Blaze. That's the first time I've seen the name Wallace. Welcome. I don't know if I've seen you before, but hope you hang out and have a good time. we talk about this Sunday. Just basically, we get a topic and we talk about how it relates to mental health and just life, and just kind of have a Sunday coffee time session with everybody. Nothing really strict and important or critical, but we just kind of talk on things. So, welcome.
I've actually figured out a lot of stuff this week. I can't smoke flower anymore. That seems to be the one thing that's giving me panic attacks. I experimented again yesterday and I smoked some indica flower, and in the end of the day I still had kind of the same result. Slept like shit like last night too, and I should have gotten plenty of sleep with how tired I am. So I'm pretty sure I'm done smoking flower now. I'm actually been using Brooklyn Boys vape pen, and it seems to be hitting just right where I'm getting some anxiety relief, but it's not causing panic attacks. So my days of smoking flower may be outnumbered for a while, but this Brooklyn Boys vape pen has been the indica, the GMO indica is pretty good stuff without having the effect of not giving you a panic attack. So figured out a lot about my life this week just from from quitting smoking cannabis. Really have.
And sometimes that's how we do. We take something away to find out how it affects us or how we miss it or whatever it may be.
Yeah, you can really learn.
If you ever need to talk, Chad, just get a hold of me, bud. I'm always here. My DMs are always open. Anything you need to talk about, bud. Or if you just need somebody to listen, I can shut up and listen to. It's hard for me to do, but I can do it.
Perry, I hope you find some morals. I saw some other people did.
Yeah, I want to go.
Always remember, though, the blue oyster mushrooms do taste like morels. And I try to tell people this all the time. You can have mushrooms that taste similar to morels without having them once a year. So if you ever have a chance, try some blue oyster mushrooms. Prepare them the exact same way you prepare morels, and you'll be surprised at how similar the taste is.
Facebook user, I just put a link in the comments. I don't know if it popped up as a link, but you can also copy and paste it to your browser, and it'll give you permission to see your name, because otherwise it won't let you in the giveaway.
Good morning, Donna.
Yeah, this person right here, go to that link, and it'll give you permission so we can see your name. Right now it says Facebook user. That way it'll say your name. Hi, Mama D. All right, I don't know where you were. Sorry.
Oh, it's just all over, I guess. Now, people were talking about how marijuana, affects their anxiety. Mine seems to be more about the flower smoke. Something in the flower smoke now is agitating my vagus nerve, which is the nerve that's our largest nerve in our body. And I think I figured it out. That's it, because I've actually done exercises to calm the vagus nerve, and they've actually worked. So a lot of people, you have to Google is your best friend, because sometimes doctors don't know anything. And I went to my doctor this week. I tried to get an answer, but it's really hard for doctors because we don't understand the nervous system. So a lot of what you do to try to knock down anxiety is trial and error, because our nervous system is such a complex thing in our body that even Western medicine doctors do not understand yet. So people need to really be aware of that. That your doctor may not always have the answer to try anxiety. Because sometimes you just have to try different things, eliminate things in your body, try different food. There's a lot of things out there that can really, really help. Sometimes
Good morning, Corey and Lauren. Corey and Lauren. Now, I was looking at this, Jess. Me and Dan were talking about this a little bit ago. And with all kinds of medication, there's always side effects. There's always kind of bad effects or adverse reactions that people have, kind of like Dan's been talking about. And just because something works for somebody doesn't mean it's going to work for somebody, or the same effects either way, So, sometimes in a medication, whatever it may be, we take it for a while and it stops doing what it's supposed to be doing, or creates a different effect, and that's sometimes we need to change our medication.
Now, like I said, I've been experimenting. I literally have probably smoked 90% less marijuana this week than I normally do. And I'm not trying to quit. I'm more or less trying to find the best method. And I don't think flower is it for me anymore. I think I'll have to quit smoking flower. And I'll definitely, this vape pen, I smoke way less of this vape pen than I do anything else. So I've literally cut my consumption down by probably like 90%. And I think I'm at more of a level where I used to come home at night and only smoke cannabis. And that's maybe where I need to be, like, again, in my life, maybe at night and that's it, not during the day or anything. So yeah, definitely it woke me up to that I have to change, my consumption level of marijuana.
And that, that's like the doctors, we always talk about being a guinea pig and stuff, and a lot of times, guys, it's they're guesstimating, kind of like we do with like Dan's doing right now. He's experimenting and trying to see what works for him. And that's what we need to do for us on a personal level, because like I said, it don't always work. Something might work for me on a certain dose, and it might make someone else a couple doses higher or a couple doses lower, depending on what it is. You just got to kind of adjust it and find that happy medium and what works for you. Like Shannon was saying earlier, the indica works good for her, but the sativa gives her anxiety, and that's with a lot of people. A limonene, watch your terpenes. Watch Sir Steve-O's show on Thursday. He talks a lot about the terpenes and what they do. And if you get the full entourage effect, how helpful that can be with a certain person. And your entourage might be different than my entourage, so it's all trial and error and being a guinea pig for yourself. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to find the terpenes that works for my squirrels, because I've already found the ones that work for my back. So we're just working on that.
I've almost wanted to, I've been diving deep more into the vagus nerve, and I really think the vagus nerve is maybe the center of my anxiety. And a lot of people don't know about the vagus nerve or what it actually is or what it does. But it's actually the largest nerve in our body. It actually is the carrier of a lot of chemicals in our body and the chemical nerves from our stomach to our brain to our heart. It's literally the biggest, most important nerve in our body. And I think that cannabis sometimes may agitate it, and people have panic attacks. And we don't have a lot of science to show that. We don't have any, like, what does marijuana do to the vagus nerve? And I think we need research to figure that out more.
Now, I got a question for all you guys in the comments. Has anybody ever had a whiteout to where you take a big hit and you're holding in, all of a sudden you just kind of see spots and sometimes even shake a little bit, having a whiteout? Well, what that is, I went and got it checked out. I asked my nurse or my doctor, I said, what the hell's going on? I'm fucking getting these seizure-like type things and whiting out whenever I get holding a big hit. Well, first of all, you don't really have to hold your hit in that long. 3 seconds is plenty time to get the intake. And she said is what it is it's messing up that vagus nerve. Whenever it's holding and putting pressure on it, and it's what it does. She explained it a lot better, but it cuts off some oxygen and stuff like that to the brain. And the next thing you know, you're kind of having a little seizure-like thing. Yes, I've done that. She says, lack of oxygen. Jess says, yep, exactly. And that's what it is, guys. It's from that vagus nerve. It's a direct effect from that. Violet says hubby does it. Yeah, my buddies used to called it doing a Rasta or doing a rhino. They didn't call me Rasta back there. They say, oh, he's doing a rhino. And they wouldn't let me, I was the roller of the group. And they'd make me sit on the floor Indian style. So that way, if I dropped the tray, it wasn't that far of a drop.
Yeah.
We had lost a lot of pot that way before.
Did you also know the vagus nerve can also cause heart-like palpitations, but they're actually not heart palpitations? And I did more research on that because they did an EKG on me this week. They did a whole bunch of blood tests, and like everything came back. I cannot be in any healthier 40-year-old. I can't. I'm very healthy. I don't know why I have all these issues other than the fact that I have anxiety is causing them all. So, and I have a vagus nerve that I need to understand more. And I've been doing that this week and learning a lot about myself doing it. Especially quit drinking coffee. Like that was hell for the first 10 days, but I've made it through. I'm done with coffee. I don't need it anymore. And I
should be, but one vice at a time.
it it was definitely causing manic episodes, and it was definitely causing my gut to freeze up, and I wasn't eating healthy because coffee does, curb your appetite. So I think quitting coffee was just as important as me cutting back cannabis, and I've been able to have a lot of insight this week into my own self and my own purpose too. Then I have these aha moments. That's what I call them. When you have a lot of aha moments in a week, you can really have a lot of growth in your life. And aha moments are moments where you can become aware of something that you didn't know before. Like you didn't know that something was causing this to happen, or maybe you didn't know about something about your past that makes sense now. I had a lot of aha moments this week.
Yeah, them aha moments are fucking like epiphanies.
Yeah. And then you're always like,
Jenna, I hear you. Right on, Jeremy.
in the end, it can lead to a clear mind,
My last pack, Jeremy. Quitting tomorrow.
Hell yeah. It's a month of quitting bad habits.
Yeah, those can be dangerous too, Jess. I know they're helpful, but yeah, they can be definitely be dangerous. You're not a drinker, I don't think, but when I was drinking, I would take benzos once in a while because I don't know, when you're out drinking, you're drunk, there's somebody, hey, you want to try one of these? Man, fuck yeah. What is it? After I put it in my mouth, yeah. So they always mess me up, but they're dangerous to come off of. So if you do get off of them, wean yourself off or talk to a doctor first, because they can create withdrawals and they could be dangerous. Starbucks scream my name every day. Oh yeah, Mike. There's this chart. 13 days out of 1 year. Oh hell yeah, Jess. Good job, hon. Right on. I'm gonna 12-step it, Jeremy. But yeah, I don't know. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You get a 12-step what? The quitting smoking?
Yep. Step one is I'm powerless over alcohol, and we admitted we're powerless over alcohol, and it made our lives unmanageable. So I'm going to just change the wording. I admitted I'm powerless over nicotine, and it's made my health unmanageable. And it's just the mindset, because the spiritual principles behind the steps and the steps you take, action you take behind those steps, is what really helps you quit. And it's just a process. Cognitive behavioral therapy is what it is, in a roundabout way.
You know what? Also, another aha moment I had this week. When I had the EKG done last time in my life was when I quit smoking cigarettes. And I think that I had the same issue when I quit smoking cigarettes. It agitated my vagus nerve, caused heart palpitations. And I think my body just hates when I have drastic changes like that. So that was one of the other aha moments when I associated the quitting smoking to the last time that I actually had these heart-like palpitations. So it's very interesting that they happened when I was 26 and now at 40, and when I quit smoking cigarettes, and then when I quit drinking coffee eventually. So always remember, people, coffee is a drug too, and it's just as powerful, as cigarettes to your body. Not as bad, obviously, but it is a drug.
I know, Mike. I'm 10 years sober off of alcohol. I was a crackhead for a while, and
medicine, call it.
All this, but the cigarettes are fucking hard.
I shouldn't call it a drug, but coffee is, it's very strong, and it's stronger than most people will give it credit for. So,
right.
We just are so used to drinking it that we have forgotten that it has drug-like effects.
That's just being supportive, Home Skillet. I have no problem with that, brother. I love you, man. If you didn't fuck with me or something, Jeremy, I'd think you was mad at me or something. I mean, hell.
I don't know if coffee is most addictive. Stop smoking cigarettes was definitely 100 times harder than stop drinking coffee. That's for sure. Cigarettes were very difficult for me to quit, and I had to try a dozen times before I succeeded. But I kept trying, and I kept trying. Eventually, you'll break through.
Is this who I think this is? Is this guy? Bubba Cop? Is that Leslie? Are you just changing your name on me again? You're trying to confuse a stoner, ain't you? If it's not,
what did I do?
How you doing? My beautiful wifey's in the room. Hi, honey.
Hey, Patty, how you doing?
Now, Patty, she drinks them fucking 300s. Monster 300s, man. And one of those would have me bouncing off the walls. Well, I don't know. With ADHD, because coffee, I was telling Dan earlier, if I drink one of these a day. Usually I about down to there. But if I drink a full one and go into another one, I get tired. That makes it caffeine nap. No, it's not Leslie. Okay, Bubba. I was just curious because he changes his name every once in a while. Or some people change their name every once in a while, come back with another in case you get dinged or something. So, well, anyway, Bubba, nice to meet you if I don't know you. If I do and I forgot, I apologize. I am a stoner.
Heck yeah.
Shannon's. Great soda once a month. Fruit beer yesterday was my choice. Nice.
Yeah, so soda's like my alcohol used to be. I drink it once in a while.
And Jess, I just want to say I am very proud of you. I know I've seen you doing a lot of self-care and working out and stuff like that. And you're doing great. So keep it up. You're doing awesome. This one here, Miss Henri. I love her.
Hey, Diane.
I'm going to keep smoking some. Yeah, you don't want to go to prison, Shannon. I don't want you to go to prison. Oh, you got to come up to the property and meet me and Patty when we get down there.
By the way, what is everybody's purpose in their life?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was thinking about my purpose, and when I was in this mushroom class, and it's not literally just the mushroom class. The purpose of me teaching is to show people that we are connected to everything around us, And I present my class and information in a way to show people that and make them intrigued about, like, wow, maybe we are connected to the forest. Maybe we exist because of mushrooms. And I feel like, and that's my purpose in life, is to now educate people about their mental health and their health, or their bodies, and as well as that we are literally all connected to Earth. And there's a bigger picture than just, sitting on Facebook and arguing. You need to remind us that, there's a world out there and everything. It's a beautiful planet. And I try to remind people that we are literally connected to all of it. That's what my purpose feels like now.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh, but some honorary person put in Eva.
Hey, what's going on, Eva?
You nutcake. That's awesome.
I feel like
I'm trying to quit.
I feel like since I quit drinking coffee, that my purpose is more evident in my head. I don't know, maybe the coffee was blocking it or what, but this week has been like a lot of aha moments where where life is becoming more evident to why I'm here.
Bubba, that doesn't mean you got to keep going though, brother.
That's her purpose now. You're screwed, Rob.
She does well at that purpose. and we love you for it, Shannon. Yeah, see, you're a master at it to a plus. Right, Karen? Love you too, Eva.
Hell yeah, Mike. That's where my journey started, and that's where, this book right here, that's what it does, how to change your mind. And it did change my mind. Magic mushrooms. Again, this is a great book too. Anybody audiobooks, it's on there as well. And this will teach you a lot about what psychedelics, about consciousness, dying, addiction, depression, and transcendence. So a great book if you ever want to start, if you do start doing mushrooms, it is a great informational book that I've read now. Or I've actually listened to it 3 times, I believe. So every time I start listening to it, I can't stop.
Add another plus to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does happen, Bubba, and being an alcohol drug counselor, whenever I was in there, I used to tell people, they come in like me and I just drink, I'm like, well, it's just shit happens. Sometimes we take a step back, and 2 forward, 1 back. It's just doing the cha-cha. Shit happens. Just remember your primary purpose. You just you want to quit. I say that because it sounds easy as hell, but it's not, and I get it because obviously I still am struggling. Just pick back up where you left off. That's right. Unreal. Sure,
Well, I appreciate you, Lisa.
Thanks, Elisa. Cheering you on too. And if Joe's around, hi Joe.
Hey, Joe. Yeah. Also, if you didn't watch my class yesterday, I'm always very blunt about my mental health, and I go into a class with 30 strangers and I tell them that I did magic mushrooms, and that this is the reason I'm here teaching them. You get a really honest response from people, and I think people need to be more open about their use of the substance. I think there is a way to present to people and them understand and be empathetic when you actually do talk about using magic mushrooms to heal your brain. So I found that very interesting yesterday, when this is the first time I've ever been to the mushroom class, and I honestly told them the truth. And I told them, I was at the end of a rope, and I have bipolar, and I really wanted some help, and I did mushrooms, and this is where I am now. This is the reason I'm on this podcast too. Without those magic mushrooms, I would not be here. I might not be here at all physically. I might have ended up killing myself.
Right.
I think
that can take us there. Thank you for the start, honey.
I was already there, man. I was already there.
Well, I'm glad you're not there, and I'm glad you're here. It's that's the thing about mental health, guys, is that's why it's so important to take care of, because that chemical imbalance can take us to places we don't want to go and we don't want to be. And sometimes we'll take care of things the way we don't want to do it, and nobody else, and it's hard talking about that sometimes, but as Dan and I know, it's them thoughts can come at any time, and if we don't take care of ourselves and are on our game, them thoughts will creep in. Just know that we're always out here, guys. If you need someone to talk to, before you make any final decisions, hit me up. Maybe we'll talk you out of it. If not, I don't know what to say. I just know we're there, and we understand totally. There's things I think about shit like that all the time. I don't entertain the thoughts, but my mental health does think about it. It does take me there sometimes, but it's not something I want to do today. I want to live. I want to be alive. I love life. I love myself. I love all you guys, and that's what keeps me going. That gives me a purpose. And without having a purpose in life, sometimes we just we lose sight of our of the will to live sometimes, and so find you a purpose. If you don't have one,
Alec,
find one. It's just there's more to life if we have purpose behind it.
Morning.
And if that purpose is just being there for your kids, or being there for yourself, or just being, or learning, whatever.
And healing is not an easy, and it's a long journey. Literally, the first time I did mushrooms was in 2020, 2021. 2020. And, I'm here 3.5, almost 4 years later, and that's how long it's taken me to get to this point. It's not an overnight task, especially with how fucked up my brain was. I had to be patient with it.
Yeah.
I had to understand myself more. And that takes years, and the healing process is still going on. But now I feel like I'm in a way more content, happier place than I've ever been in my life before.
Morning, Len. And that's, what I talk about a lot, guys, is, if we take care of things along the way, we don't have to take care of it all at once. And sometimes that all at once can be so overwhelming that, we choose a different way to take care of it. A permanent solution to a temporary problem is what they say sometimes. But, just know that your feelings are validated, and I understand. And I want you guys here. It's just something that, these thoughts don't have to overwhelm us not overwhelm us, but overtake us and win. There's another way out. There's always another way out. We just sometimes have to have some patience and find that. McChilly, what's going on, brother? Mama Rochi in the house. If you guys don't know about Master Rochi's beard oil, go check it out. That's why I got such a beautiful beard. It's soft. I don't have itches. I mean, travel itches, but that's, you get those everywhere. That's just nerves. But, I love it. And it smells good, too. And they have unscented now. So, cool.
It's hard, Chuck. What I've learned over the years is that even to talk about your mental health, you have to be confident that nobody's going to judge you. And the other thing is you have to be confident that you're not going to break down and cry. Because I actually had a fear yesterday. That was the first time I've actually told that whole story that I told to the class without having the feeling like I was going to start getting emotional. Because my story is so connected to myself that there's so much, emotion connected to what I went through to get here.
Absolutely.
It was not an easy journey. There are many times where I thought I was going to go to a worse place or become a worse person or, mentally ill.
That's awesome, Jess.
So that's two things that really what make it difficult for men, especially, to talk about mental health is men just feel like they're going to be judged, or they if they're really broken, they may have to get too emotional talking about it. So most of them just stick to themselves and never talk about it. And I think that crying.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that crying is important. I think we need to teach that to society more. There's a reason we laugh and there's a reason we cry. There's laughing and crying is just as important as the other. So we sat around society and we act like it's not normal to cry then why do our bodies do it?
Especially guys, I've done that. I've held feelings back for so many years and I quit stuffing them down because, like you're saying, if you let it go and let it out, it takes the power away. And that's part of that being vulnerable. And being vulnerable opens that wound, allows that healing process to start.
Right.
Chuck, yeah, my clients used to call me. I had this guy one time, after 30 days in rehab, the counselor would sit there and we'd have a coin out. And we'd pass their coin around, their final coin, and they'd say, everybody would say an affirmation to that person. And then that coin would end at that person. He would say something, like thank you and how his trip was or how his stay was in rehab. And he said, he goes, Bruce, I love you and everything. He says, man, you're like a walking cheesy quote. He says, he goes, I love them though. He says, they're so quick and to the point. I said, I know. I used to hate them little cliches and sayings, and because it was always told to me at the wrong time, this too shall pass, when I'm in the middle of a crisis, I thought. And I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. But then I started becoming that person because they started making sense, and just them little nuggets, as you call them, they're quick, to the point, and precise, and it helps me. I like analogies too because I like an example along with something. But thank you, Chuck.
Everyone should cry.
Yeah,
I found myself literally breaking down a few times this week because of the fact that I think that cannabis may have been blocking or repressing some things in my brain. I literally didn't even know why I was. I don't have any idea. Sometimes I tried to follow the tears, but sometimes it's really hard. Because
the good thing about recovery is you get your feelings back. The bad thing about recovery is you get your feelings back, and they're overwhelming a lot of times. Yeah, I can totally get that.
And I think sometimes we repress things or we use things to repress it. And there are many times where I definitely use cannabis to repress emotional feelings, and they seem to have come out in the last week since I've cut my cannabis use substantially down. And coffee too. I think it's just a combination of both.
What up, Thomas? Hope you're having a great day yourself.
I feel like I'm getting more of my brain back this week. Feels great.
And that's them growth spurts, I believe, Dan, because I don't know if I think I told these guys and you that I found forgiveness in my past this past couple weeks, and it's been exhilarating. I mean, I feel so free. It's amazing because there's some things. Well, one of them, like what we talked about before, which I won't get into before here, but just different things I've done in my life that I wasn't forgiving, and there wasn't things that I wasn't forgiving other people. It was forgiving myself. And when we have them growth spurts, man, the feeling and the clarity comes, and it's like all this aha moments, I guess you could say, keep coming in. It's like, oh wow, okay, that's why that's going. Okay, now I get it, and my brain's like overloaded with reasoning and answers and stuff like that, and it's really cool. 505 in the house. What's up, Ronaldo? I'm gonna do a dab.
No, sorry to hear that, Tim. Freezer. Hopefully life gets better over the next few months, and find a new perspective.
McChilly, you can always get a hold of me too, brother. I love you, brother, and you know that. Anytime. Anybody, guys. I know that, and you're not bothering me. Don't ever think you're bothering me, anybody. Because, I was that way. I don't want to call them. I don't want to bug him. That's why I'm here, guys. This is why I put that out there. I don't just say call me because I'm trying to be nice and sound nice and cool. I truly care, and I want you to call me if you guys need to. I'm always there. If I'm not there right then, give me a little bit and I'll get to you. But it's I know how important that is to have somebody there to talk to. There's been so many times that I've been wanted to take a drink or worse, and there wasn't nobody there, and I white knuckled it through myself. Thank God, I got that guy upstairs, lifted prayers to anyone, Shannon says. And yeah, that's it, is just having faith that this too shall pass. Maybe not right this fucking minute, it's not instant gratification, it's where the patience comes in. Discipline is being able to do something without having the immediate results and still go forth with it, so it's one of the things that I try to look for in life.
Well, Tim, I feel honored. It's something I gave to you. You put on her grave.
That is awesome. That brought to you. Now, see that it's I'm never afraid to cry. Actually, they've seen me cry on my show many times. I don't ever hide it. I try to repress it so I don't start falling, so I can keep going a little bit. But I'll step back and take a breath, because if you hold that in, it's like shaking up a soda bottle, and when you take that lid off, it's going to come out and it's going to be ugly. Make a mess. Right on, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Karen. Karen's an awesome lady too. Good peoples.
By the way, we got 41 people in the house. Don't forget to hit that like, share, reaction button as well. And I'm going to
smoke freezer.
take a moment here to play that video. If you do donate stars to my Facebook, where the stars go. So I'll play that real quick here and let you guys know.
Hey guys, it's Dan the Mushroom Man. Just wanted to remind you that if you donate to those Facebook stars, all those donations will go to Fungi and Friends school program at Great River Mushrooms and Herbal. And that school program is where we bring hands-on skills into the classroom to children and teach them about the fungi kingdom and the knowledge to grow those mushrooms. Again, learn more at the website greatrivermushrooms.com, folks.
And honestly, I'm more excited about teaching that class than I am the adults, because the Fungi and Friends is definitely something in the future where I'll be actually teaching kids about mushrooms, and that excites me a lot more because they're the future of this planet. So we also have a tip jar too now for when we do farmers market. So for people who want to leave cash donations. And I appreciate anybody who has left stars. I really do appreciate it.
Alice Martin, thank you for the stars, if that's what that was. It's hard to tell on StreamYard, guys, if it's
you have to go to the Facebook.
But if it's stars, thank you. I know Patty threw some stars in there earlier. Hope you guys are having a good weekend still. I've had a good weekend so far. Kind of windy and been rainy all weekend here, but I know that it's close. The warm weather is closer and closer, so I'm not in that winter funk like I was. It was a rough winter. Having going through a lot of healing over the past 6 or 8 months, since me and Dan's, it's been longer than that, Dan. How long have we been hanging out?
I think our first show together was like June 22nd or somewhere around there.
Right on. Yeah. So it's getting close to a year, but just me coming to the community has been about a year. And, I don't know, God's put people in my life to help me light a fire under my ass. I was inspired by grassroots and fucking and Dan, and I got good motivators in my life. Good people, like Shannon, Karen, the Misfit crew, them guys are like my family too. It's just been so nice to come to a community to get me back finding my primary purpose again, and that's being of service. And advocating for mental health and addiction recovery, because in order for me to keep what I got, I have to give it away, if that makes any sense. So basically me talking about it and sharing my experience, strength, and growth, like me and Dan do, it helps us keep it in our brain and keeps it fresh. And helping others is a good way to get out of self too. Not saying I'm trying to hide from myself, but I'm in a funky way or whatever, the best thing I can do is help another person. I can find some gratitude, because sometimes we forget that life's not as bad as we think it is. There's always somebody that's got something that has it worse off. I got to remember gratitude. I don't have to do things today. I get to do things, because I sat there and watched life go by right in front of me. But today I get to be part of that life. And that's awesome.
By the way, since I quit smoking cannabis, this is the piece that I won for helping Kasia out.
Nice.
I'm probably going to be giving it away soon. I think that's probably what we'll do. Probably at one of my big follower giveaways. But that's the piece that I think it's Brian's glass blowing.
Yep.
BBG. Yeah.
Brian's blowing glass.
Yeah, that's what the initials are on it. So this thing is an immaculate piece.
Scott Burns, he's got good stuff. He's making me a Sherlock right now.
Like I said, I literally won it, and then I found out that I really can't smoke flower anymore. So it's really good. hasn't been smoked out of at all. It's still brand new. But my God, it's big. I only wanted to help KJ out, and I ended up getting a piece for it. So that was kind of icing on the cake. I didn't really care if I got anything out of it. But yeah, there he is, Brian Williams, glass blower. Yeah. God, he's very talented. That's the first time I've had a piece of his in my hands.
Scott Burns, yeah, he has. Can you guys tag Scott? I meant to tag him earlier.
Somebody tagged Brian's. Isn't this him?
Yeah, that's Brian Williams. He's the one that does the old school pipes. Brian Williams.
He's not the one who made. He's not the one who made this piece.
No, that's Scott Burns.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Burns blown glass.
I want to make sure I get the right person. All right, Scott Burns.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, it's Scott Burns blown glass.
Scott Burns, you're a talented motherfucker.
He is. He makes some really good stuff. Chuck's got a sidecar that he made.
That's awesome. That's definitely the thickest glass I've ever seen.
And it's really good glass and really good work, and he doesn't charge out the ass. You know, he's got a reasonable price. Even a couple people encouraged him to up his price a little bit because he was just kind of, you know, giving away for nothing pretty much, you know.
Right. For $50, this is a bargain. This is immaculate.
Exactly.
How thick it is. And even in there, you can see, I think that I could drop it 5 feet and it would survive, but not that I'm going to attempt it, but
right.
Survive.
Well, this one, I've done that. I've sat there and it's got something in the bowl, or I do it right now. I've dropped it from right here and fall on the thing. But, you know, that thing is hard. You know, you ain't going to hurt it. That's a Gemini Kyle right there mixing these. Walkabout. It's a stash jar attached to the spoon. But there's glass blowers out there, that custom glass, you know, that's not just made out of a shop they call heady glass. And any heady glass is really good stuff. Everybody's tagging Scott now. Hell yeah.
We got that other crystal. Let's talk about Valerie Thompson too.
Yeah, Valerie Thompson's got a bunch of good stuff.
I got the triple skulls now. I can't even hold them all. There's 3 of them here though.
3 heads are better than 1. Whoa.
These are all skulls from Valerie that I've actually won or bought. I actually won one of them in auction, and then the other one I won through that waffle that Ohio 420 did. So that's the newest piece. And it's actually really heavy. Cool crystals.
Exactly, Christina. She says they need to be made sturdy for when we get high and drop them.
Still my favorite skull though. This one is obsidian. It is red obsidian.
Yeah, that's awesome looking.
Pretty cool color, very detailed.
Yeah, Valerie Thompson. She's the one that does has those guys. I don't know if she makes them, but she gets them.
Yeah, and they're pretty reasonably priced for how big and heavy they are.
Mm-hmm. Dan, you had to show that. Now somebody's seen it, and she says awesome. So
now she's gonna want one.
You know what's coming next? Valerie's getting an order.
Yeah, they're part of this behind me, and I actually shared a story earlier. This is actually what I refer to as my altar. I've had it in my house. I've kind of moved it around my house, but it's basically all my crystals, everything that I've accumulated over the last 3 years that kind of explains who I am as a person. There's motivational speakers. There's a lot of mushroom stuff back here, crystals, and you know the You Are Magic sign. And I have some items of some people who have passed away. So it's what I refer to as my altar. I think everybody should have one in their house. It's an area that's kind of just your own, and put what you like in there and what makes you you. And it can be a really good place where you can meditate or just observe and be proud of who you are.
Lynn, are you in here still? Lynn, hey Lynn, it's dab time. I got you.
Of course, I got the big giant globe. That's actually like a 50-year-old globe right above my head. So it's actually, I've had people offer to buy it from me because it's worth like $50 or $60, which is a lot In a lot, but it's a lot for a globe. I'm like, I was showing you my 50-year-old globe. It's awesome. Some of those other, even older globes, if you get to the 100-year-old, you're talking some serious money, and they're actually really interesting to look at because they show different lines of geometry. But
Smashley Huffman, what's
going on,
my
Smashley?
friend? If you guys don't know her, she's my herbalist. My herbalist friend. She's learning me. She can learn me some stuff. Now, Ashley Huffman, if you guys don't know Smashley's Garden, she's awesome. She does stuff. She's the one that got me into the Juice Plus healthy stuff, and it's awesome. And now I'm a partner and do it, so that's pretty cool. But she knows all kinds of herbs and spices, and she's an herbalist now and took a course. I'm gonna learn. Probably end up taking the course myself eventually, but in the meantime,
spear.
I can learn from her.
This is a great day. It's Sunday. I feel alive. I feel great. And, it's supposed to be 70 here today too. I'm excited about that.
Matter of fact, I got this red raspberry leaf that I got from Ashley, and it's gonna help with the craving from smoking cigarettes, along with 12 steps. Hi, Holly Cat.
The cat came.
She's my buddy Cat. Cat, never met her, but she hears my voice and she's like, "What? Hey, it's Uncle Bruce." Oh, Rasta.
We got the big solar event tomorrow. Unfortunately, it looks like a lot of the country is going to be under cloud cover, and there's going to be a lot of disappointed people for the solar eclipse. Quincy, Illinois, and northern Illinois to central Illinois it seems to be the best viewing place to get a partial look at the eclipse. But anybody who's in the full view of the eclipse is probably not going to be able to see it at all. So, which sucks, but that's the way the Earth works.
Yep.
But even if you are in the partial area, go outside and watch. People keep saying it's just a solar eclipse, but I think it's a great moment to actually see how we are all so connected to everything around us, and actually see how the solar eclipse affects nature and birds and crickets and affects us too. I mean, if it has an effect on a cricket or a bird, it has an effect on us, and I think people need to remember. Watch the eclipse and take a moment just to observe nature and realize that's not just an eclipse, that it's just showing that how everything is connected and we're not just part of it, we are it,
Yeah, there's a lot more than I know, but there's sacred geometry. If you guys ever look up sacred geometry, you can go down a fucking rabbit hole there. But it's pretty cool, about all the spirals and stuff in the world, and in the center of things, and different stars, and there's all kinds of different stuff that's pretty cool. Mugwort cured Chuck's eclipse.
Oh, I remember that word. What up, Chuck?
What's up, Chuck? Chuck Rock in the house. Misfit Island.
How you doing?
Class clown.
Yeah, clear skies here today, but tomorrow there's supposed to be a storm system moving into the south. Texas is supposed to get a lot of rain. We're supposed to have a pretty good week. We're finally getting back into spring-like temperatures because last week was cold. We had a couple days where it barely got above freezing.
But did it help with the mites?
Those things.
I'm sure it'll be snowing, Chuck. Great.
Thing, Mike. God, it's got to suck to live in New York sometimes.
Christina, it's funny you say that because I don't know if you've heard me say, me and Patty are going to be homesteading, and it's not like we're going to be sitting there watching the news all the time. So, I can walk outside and look at the sky, and that's how I tell what weather's going to be like today, at least for a few hours. But we live in Midwest, so it could change 10 minutes. You never know.
Good.
Right on, Elisa. What the jug? Chuck, how are you doing today? You at the gym?
At the gym. Oh, by the way, we need
like
to
a
give
mother
this.
chucker.
We'll give this this first bottle of away, and I'll give away 2 bottles today. So
I'll be right back.
that's fine. If you want to get into that hashtag again, just get in it real quick, and we'll give this first bottle away. I'm actually going to give 2 bottles of this away. The mixed capsule, turkey tail, reishi, and lion's mane all in one. So I'll give everybody one more second to get in there. And I need to get a pen so I can write down who wins. Give me 1 second. What the chuck? There we go. Got a pen. Again, this is the first time I've actually given the product away or even sold it. I just literally started making this week. It's not even on my website yet. But it's going to be the same price as all my other stuff. Everything's going to be $13 or $25 for the larger bottles. But if you do take this, you just have to take a couple more to get the correct milligrams, because there's a lot more in these bottles. These are 60 capsules at 500 milligrams of just reishi. And then these are actually, when you break it down, 500 divided by 3, it is 166, I think that's right, 166 milligrams each of lion's mane, turkey tail, and reishi in each one. So you have to take more to kind of get more milligrams of each. Don't drag your balls across hot fire. That's awful. Hey, Becca, how you doing today? Well, maybe you're going to win it now. So we're going to give 2 bottles away. This is the first one, and then we'll give away here another one. Got a few more people still getting in there.
Nature called. I couldn't podcast under pressure.
We got Wayne Cruz in the house. What's up, Wayne?
What up, Wayne? Yeah, if it ain't a 4-finger lid, then it ain't worth it. Hey, Gerald, what's up, brother? No, I didn't, Gerald. I really ain't got the money to travel, and the car's not running the greatest. But I heard it was pretty cool. I'll be going to the Lit and Lost 420.
Mugwort. I think he's making good jokes for Ashley to use.
He's always harassing her. That's our stuff, though. We gotta fuck with her. We didn't, just like Gabe. We didn't fuck with her. You were mad at her or something.
Too much time on your hands. Oh.
She comes back. She's a dork too. She's come back.
All right, let's give this first bottle away, and then we'll hit the hashtag again. So good luck, everybody. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
It was Jess Rosebud. She said she can't have it though because she is allergic to mushrooms.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we'll hit the. You want me to hit the respin button, Jess? Is that what you want me to do? You can also gift it to somebody. You're welcome to gift it to somebody as well. So remember that. You want me to respin?
Thanks, Jess. Much love, sweetheart.
We'll respin it. We'll respin it. Here we go again. Good luck, everybody. Shannon.
Hell yeah. Shannon Vessel.
Congratulations, Shannon.
And that's awesome because she, I think she was wanting to try that too.
Shannon, are you still here?
She's probably here somewhere. Or she might be pooping. You pooping, Shannon?
We got the wind chimes going. I feel like I'm going to go to sleep. Oh.
She's usually right here. She might be letting her dog out or something.
Yeah, I'll give her a little extra time. Where art thou? She said, where art thou?
Where art thou?
High five from the 505.
From the 505. I have to get a timer in a minute.
I do. Timer. All right.
There she is.
First.
There she
there she is. Congratulations, Shannon.
Congratulations, sweetie.
I wanted to give you a little extra time because you are an avid listener, and I feel that's respectful. So, congratulations.
She's awesome, people.
So let's hit that.
Love her bunches.
Start that again. Let's do the mushroom mix this time.
There you go. Congratulations, Shannon. Nice hit.
And we'll give away 2 bottles of that just to celebrate our 10th episode of Dan and Rhino, and plus it's the new product that I have, and let's get it out there and help some more people out.
Oh yeah. I'm heating up my banger for a dab out of my smoke freezer. If you guys don't know about smoke freezers, they're awesome. If you do know about them, I do have a waffle up over on the Waffle Factory. If you guys want a link, let me know. Send me a message because I won't remember. Send me a message and I'll send you a link. I've sent some of you invites, but there's a smoke freezer over there, $10 a spot, or if you want a mini spot, it's $5, which will get you to the main.
Sure.
You win a mini, you go to the main. You get 5 spots in the main.
Hell yeah! It says I got 311 comments on the post. Oh, that's my favorite number, 311.
We're gonna have some unicorn poop.
Some of that unicorn poop. I think I've had some of that. I feel like I have.
Danny man, unicorn poop is just a nice way of saying rhino shit.
Thomas is gonna hook his up.
I know, they're awesome, ain't they, Thomas? And if I tagged you guys and you don't want to get in the waffle, can you tag a couple people for me while you're over there? I'd greatly appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
I need to clean my fucking ash kit, or not my ash kit. Well, that too, but I need to clean my tar buster.
So does anybody else ever think about what their purpose is in life every day? Like, why are we here? Why the heck we exist? What happens when we die? I think about that almost multiple times a week. And that was our subject today is, what is your purpose, and finding your purpose, especially at an older age. How do you find your purpose? I think it's important that we all do, because it helps us go through the second half of our life and find meaning and happiness and everything else. but a lot of times it's really hard to find our purpose, and that's why I think a lot of times you can find your purpose by traveling and doing new experiences, fighting through fear, even reading as well. There are a lot of things out there to help you find your purpose, and I think a lot of times fear holds us back. But I find out that when you fight through something you're scared of, you realize, wow, this is the grass truly is greener on the other side, and I think there's purpose in there when you actually fight through fear as well.
Yeah, and that's why I had to come up with a hard decision one time, and somebody told me, this was a few years ago. I was about 5 years in recovery actually, and it was a hard decision I had to make. And they said, sometimes we just got to embrace the suck, and move forward, because that first initial step, sometimes it hurts or it's hard. But once we embrace the suck and go through that initial step, it gets easier as we go. And self-care is very important. Be gentle with yourself on the way. That's right, Karen. Absolutely.
And
you want to talk, Patty?
I truly believe that there's a spiritual aspect to all people, and by belief I associate with a pantheist, because a pantheist is basically we believe in whatever science can kind of show us, and I believe that that the universe, nature is the God. Everything, we are part of nature. We are a part of being part of that God, and I think that the spiritual part of being a human is very important to being happy. So whatever religion you believe, whether as long as it promotes peace and love, I think I accept it, and I accept you for it. And I think today's show, especially talking about purpose, I think there is a spiritual aspect to finding purpose as well, because there has to be, and I think that's part of the finding the answer as well, is going to your spiritual side.
Absolutely.
And here there's actually
higher power of some sort.
There's actually 7 things to do, this is very straight on to how I usually, as do mushrooms. Because the first thing it says is be present and relaxed, set your intention, clarify your question, sincerely seek to know, ask the right questions, pay attention to the signs. These are all ways to get, spiritual connection to your purpose. And it's also the way that I would use mushrooms, because I think that there is a spiritual aspect to our subconscious too. And you can connect to that when you actually do mushrooms. So you can ask your subconscious questions and get an answer. Sometimes you have to meditate to find it, but there are answers out there if you don't feel like you have a purpose, but because you do. Everybody does. And it's important to find that.
Absolutely. Holding on to something that that's what I liked about AA is first start now. Me personally, I have the traditional God belief, but to each their own, of course. But that's what I liked about AA. They didn't push the God thing right down your throat. They let you find out a God of your understanding, is the way they explained it, and or even called it a higher power. So whatever, like Dan said, whatever you can grab onto spiritually to help you, because spirituality to me, the definition of spirituality for me is what gives me meaning and purpose in life. And speaking of purpose, and that's my definition for it, and always has, because it's what gives me hope and gives me spirituality and makes me feel good, like helping others, family, nature. Religion can be part of that, but religion and spirituality is different. So everybody's got their own, it could be God, Buddha, Allah. I can't think of the word you used, Dan, the scientific pantheist? Pantheist, thank you. Yeah. Or pantheist, or whatever it is, whatever it is that gives you meaning and purpose, hold on to it and use it. Just don't use a doorknob, because it'll turn on you.
Higher power.
Higher power, right on, Chuck.
I definitely don't ever deny it. I always think about them, like, especially when I sit outside at night and look at the stars, and I just wonder what's out there, and that really makes me question a lot of things. Because there has to be something else out there. There is, and why does it exist as well?
And I like the way somebody, the higher power is an easy way, or even put a power greater than ourselves. Because I know that. I know, like you said, I always knew there was something there. I just, didn't know what it was.
Sometimes I sit there and look at the stars, and I'm like, I wonder if there's anybody else looking at the stars, wondering if I'm out here too,
Yeah.
And there probably is. There's more than likely is somebody wondering if I exist too.
I bet you do out there, Ronaldo. That's a high area for sightings. For sightings.
Right?
Right now, Wayne. Right now. 2 hands? Okay, damn. All right.
I thought that was going to be where he was going to scratch a Powerball, because I heard that they delayed the Powerball because some gas station didn't turn their numbers in or something, so they had to delay the biggest Powerball ever. Somebody's going to win $1.2 billion.
Now watch somebody from that store win it.
But I think it's the first time they had. They're like, yeah, we have to postpone the giveaway because somebody didn't hand in the tickets.
Hi, Miss Sherry Botcher. How are you doing this morning?
But Wayne, go buy a scratch-off ticket and scratch that instead. Maybe you'll win it.
Right.
Wait, they're not scratch-offs. They actually give you 5 random numbers. Never mind.
Yeah, I usually get in the big ones like that, but I didn't think about it. I didn't realize it was that big. And that's usually if I'm standing at the store and a person in front of me is like, what's the Powerball up to? They're like, 50 million. I'm like, well, fuck, I'll take one, Can't win if you don't play, so I'll buy $1 or what is it, $2 or $3 for a ticket. If you get all the bells and whistles with it.
Is that? Oh, it is right. Is that what it was? 1.2 billion. I have to look at the news. Oh, it sold in Oregon 24 minutes ago. It got sold in Oregon for $1.326 billion. So 24 minutes ago, somebody just realized they may have been a gazillionaire.
And even with that experience, Mike, I believe we can still have a purpose in life.
Right.
Death is whatever it's going to be. But while I'm here, I like to have a purpose. Otherwise, I just run ragged and bad shit happens. My dad had 5 numbers one time, or twice actually. One time he got 15,000. The other time he got like $880. I remember the numbers for some reason.
Well, if you take an all cash payout, you're probably going to get about 500 million of the 1.31 billion. Which, it's still a lot of money. I don't even know what I'd do to spend the rest of my life doing if I won that much money. I would definitely be giving a lot of it away, investing so I can make more of it and give more away. But it's always interesting to think about, if you did win that much money, how much you could change the world, change the people around you. I'd definitely be giving Rasta a few million, that's for sure.
Same here. You'd be set for your business. I'd give you a couple million and here, Dan, quit working. Quit working and go full-fledged on your business.
Right.
I'd have a fucking hell of a fucking homestead, and it would be, my dreams. I'd be helping so many people. God, that would be so awesome. I'd help myself too. I'd have some luxuries, don't get me wrong, but I'm not big on material shit. Everything I'd have would be shit I need. Well, some things, you gotta have some toys too, some guns, and you don't need like 50 guns, but I want 50 guns, because you never know. You might need this one for this day and this one, Have you ever seen Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood? Damon or Marlon Wayans goes to his closet. He says, "Let me think. Like, do I have this and this?" So he finally gets the Uzi and his bunny slippers because they match for the day. You know, I mean, hell. Hey, it's raining. Where you at, Heidi?
Oh, it's raining there? No, it's sunny here. Oh, you're getting the tail end of the storm. That's right. It's like spinning around.
Yeah. Fuck, it's coming down pretty good.
Getting a nice spring storm. That must mean the warm weather's moving in because we're supposed to get breezy from south. Supposed to get warmer. This looks like it's going to be a good day to mow the grass. My first time all season. It's always exciting. And I'm probably going to run over a few snakes, but it's not my fault. So don't get mad at me if I kill a few snakes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, me too, Sherry. That's one of the things I'd start in a recovery community, a homeless community, a recovery forest, which is just be a bunch of, every tree will be somebody that either died in recovery from an overdose, a suicide, or, you know, died sober or whatever, you know. There'd be a lot of things I'd do. Open up, I'd help Mike open up his Canna hotel. I'd I'd have a Canna nursing home, Canna friendly nursing home.
Yeah, people do forget to invest. I definitely have interest in a lot of areas, so I would be investing all over. I'd probably buy a restaurant. I'd probably buy some bar in downtown St. Louis and just be a cannabis farm or something, and that'd be all over the place.
I'd have
if you have investments and you have good general managers running the place, you really never have to visit, you know, and just take in the investments.
I could build my community. You know, I would like to have, you know, like a community to where, you know, all in the same area, not like right on top of each other, but just to where, you know, like one person grows this, another person grows this, you know, I have this talent, you have that, and we work together to get things done, barter and trade, fuck the money. I mean, of course, we might have money to get stuff for the community, but, you know. But
the restaurant would definitely be
perfect world, great, yeah, but, you know,
yes. If anybody's ever watched Bar Rescue, I love that show. I literally used to watch it religiously, and that show always had me very interested in owning a restaurant someday. And, you know, it's not out of the question. I don't know where my life will take me, but I always found it intriguing. Being able to put a menu up together with some excellent food and you know, stuff like that. I really enjoy cooking. But I definitely would buy a restaurant.
Your back would be right, Chuck. Your buck would be right, Jack. Well, that mixed up.
It's gonna be cold, Dave. That sucks. He's on the other side of the cold.
Hi, Jane Doe. Did I give you bad news?
420 beer community. That's interesting, Gerald.
You would not, Wayne. You got.
How would you even spend it? I mean, I guess you could buy like a couple of the world's biggest yacht. Maybe buy a jetliner. You could spend $500 million real quick, I guess. Maybe buy a country. Well, you could buy an island for sure. You could buy an island and start an island. Right?
Right on, Jeremy. Get him.
He's over here making rhymes, man.
Him and Chuck and Jeremy go back and forth.
I like read it just like the song says in the, you know.
I know, right? I was thinking
I'm not going to say the real words, but you know. But if anybody's ever heard, there's actually an edited version of that song and a non-edited version. So maybe some people haven't heard the non-edited version, but.
It's funny because when I know somebody, like when Dan, if you text me, you know, I can hear your voice in the text. And it's an ADHD thing, like Karen and Shannon now, because we had a session yesterday, a sesh yesterday, and bullshitted. And now I can hear her voice when she, like when Patty texts me, I can hear it. Chuck, all them, you know, if I've heard your voice several times, when you text me or message me, I can hear your voice. Wayne too.
That's funny.
Yeah, Sherry, we can buy a Misfit Island and make it an island. 28,000, really? Huh? Mike, somebody tag Mike Hood.
My plane's
I'm
going
kidding.
dark. You could fulfill a lot of killer contracts.
Right?
600 million. I think that's what somebody said after taxes. 600 million.
Shannon's gonna fart next time. I could. He'd probably sleeping. Well, it's about time for him to wake up.
Well, somebody in Oregon woke up $1 billion richer on Sunday. We'll see if they come forward or if it goes up even more.
Wouldn't you shit yourself? I was one
I think I live in a state where I can remain anonymous, and I 100% would. There's no way in hell that I would ever make myself public. Because you're asking for not only criminals to come find you, you're inviting old family members. People just start messaging you. But I'd be worried more about the criminals. Criminals knowing that you have that much money and what they would do to try to get it.
Cheers, Ronaldo. Hey, Hawkland, what's going on, brother? I hope you're well today, my friend.
I know there are some states. There are some states where you can't remain anonymous, and that doesn't seem fair. I think you should always have the option.
Yeah.
There he goes again.
Right. Shush, Chuck. We won't talk about that.
Only Chuck Rock and Google know.
Yeah. That's right. I deleted my OnlyFans.
All right, those scammers. I wonder what they do today when people who win the lottery. I'd be interested to hear if they actually that stuff happens, if criminals come after them more.
Yeah, cat's out of the bag now.
That's why I'd rather invest it, because it's hard to steal it once you invest it. That's in a restaurant. They can't really steal the restaurant. But you're still going to make money,
Okay, we need to know who the Facebook user is.
They're from Virginia. I remember they said that.
Everybody type their name. Really, that'd be the first easiest way to find. Everybody type their own name. Tag yourself. Okay, there's the Facebook user right there. What's up, Rasta and Dan? How's life treating y'all? That is going awesome. I'm not sure who that is. Ralph Gruba. Hey, what's up, Ralph? Can somebody put in the StreamYard StreamYard.com/Facebook?
Cookie Monster. Says it's Ralph Gruba Jr.
Yeah.
That's who the Facebook user is.
Ralph. Yep, there he goes. How you doing today, Ralph? Let me put the link in there for you.
Chuck just did it.
Did he? All right. Thank you, Chuck.
There, that one.
Yeah, go to that Facebook or that StreamYard thing, and it'll. If you're gonna get in the
giveaway, yeah, the hashtag.
giveaway, Ralph. Otherwise, it won't take your name.
There ain't no pimples on the cheeks. But as a kid, I used to end up with a handprint. When I was a kid, I definitely ended up with a handprint on my cheeks. Mostly for being a bad kid, though. Now kids nowadays, they don't get spanked anymore. Making deep fried Oreos. Interesting.
I've heard about those.
I must have, Chuck. I was actually talking about this to another friend last night about how we used to punish kids in the 90s, and I used to get spanked all the time at school by my principal, but at least 20 times when I was in grade school because I was a bad kid.
But
wouldn't that be interesting to do nowadays, to spank kids in school? It'd be interesting.
Here's the lotion, it gets the hose. Smoke time. I agree. Cheers.
Did you ever get spanked at school, Rasta, when in grade school?
Say that again.
Did you used to get spanked with a paddle in grade school too? In grade school?
I got spots a couple times, yep.
I imagine what it would be like if they did that today.
And then when I got home, and then I'd get grounded on top of all that.
It's interesting.
I was grounded half my high school years. Same like.
And there was never trauma. I never really got traumatized from it because my memories of it are like, oh, just getting punished. So I think maybe it does kind of work. Because some people say, oh, it traumatizes kids. I'm like, I don't have any trauma from ever being spanked. Right?
No.
That.
I mean, my dad's even backhanded me a couple times, and when I was older and I needed, when I could handle a hit like that, he didn't like fucking waylay me, but just kind of fucking backhand me upside the mouth or something with smart mouth, and it taught me a lot of things. Discipline is good, but as an abuse, if you beat the shit out of your kid, that's a different story. I knew a kid that used to show me bruises from his dad, that was turned in black and blue. Granted, I've had a couple strap marks on my ass, but it went away pretty quick and it was full.
Chuck must have been a good kid in school, or he's not old enough.
Chuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Matt, we were taught respect, exactly, and we knew, fuck, some of the way the kids talk to their parents these days, my dad would have knocked the fuck out of me then.
My situation was interesting because my grade school principal who spanked me, he became my high school principal too. And I think that actually did work because by the time I was in high school, it was a lot more respectable. And I actually had a lot of respect for him, when I went and saw him, because I actually had a child when I was in high school, at the age of 17. So I had to get special permission I had to go to the principal to get special permission to leave school earlier than all the other kids. They do let kids do it if you're ahead in your credits, but you actually have to get the principal to okay it. So it's always interesting when life comes full circle like that, and then you're like, get spanked by him, and then 10 years later, he's your principal in a whole different situation, a whole different aspect of life.
And you never caused any trouble, dear. I don't believe that. Something tells me there's more to that. On Riyadh.
You lost your bromance with all three village.
Yeah, I never got swats in high school. Even though they were still swatting people in grade school at that time, I didn't get it. After that, it was pretty much the parents' discipline.
Don't even get me started about the Oregon Trail and getting shingles, buddy. That sucks.
I was on the Trail of Tears, Chuck. I
remember that game. There was a lot of cool games back in the 90s that they played. We let us play at school. Oregon Trail is definitely one of the epic ones.
Yeah, that's funny. Three of the village.
Jeez.
Yeah, we had to run off campus. When I became a freshman, seniors were the only ones allowed to leave campus. When I became a senior, that went away. Actually, when I became a freshman, it's the year they took the smoking room out too. And I was almost class president for senior class president because I was going to try to get the smoking room back, but it didn't work. I lost by one vote, but I had hair down to here, and I was kind of a hippie, and I got busted. Well, They tried to bust me for selling joints and pot at school, but they didn't find anything, and it was unfoundable. But I still had to do 6 drug classes with my dad. He loved that.
He died of dysentery and was on the Oregon Trail. And I'm 40 years old, Corey. I'll be 41 in 4 months. Yeah, about 4 months.
He was a sophomore. Yeah, Jess, right across from our high school, I went to Belleville. It was actually one of the biggest high school campuses in the country. And it's bigger than most college campuses, actually. But across the street, there was a car wash, Kmart parking lot, and McDonald's. So we'd go over there and we'd hide in one of those 3. Or behind them. The car wash was like we'd sit there and roll up joints and school was at 3 of us.
Damn it, grows the wagon tongue.
Brian Williams, what's going on, brother? How are you doing today?
At least they never made a dark version where you like can eat people in your family or something. Oh, somebody died of dysentery. We're gonna have to eat them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Matt, the smoke spots. We had behind our buildings, we had buildings anywhere from A and then went all the way around to S. No wait, QRS. Yeah, to S. And then it had the big giant parking lot. Well, in between the school grounds and the parking lot, there was a creek that ran along there. And we go back down to that creek and get stoned.
Went behind the maintenance building and walked off. Smoke spots. Smoke spots.
Yeah, you can't. We had fucking rifles back there too. Yeah. The old gun rack in the back window. Well, I didn't, but friends did. That were allowed. I wasn't allowed to have guns. Not in my car. My dad, he wouldn't let me. He told me to keep them at home.
Hey, Brian, how you doing? Better than wearing one of the Cowboys. I need to go get a drink of water.
Oh yeah, Jess. What about dodgeball? Yeah, probably, Chuck.
Benefits of staining, yeah. Smoke it in there, blow it out.
No, somebody narked on me, Justin, said I was selling joints, and they couldn't find nothing, so they just sent me. They found a one-hitter box, a little one-hitter box. It was empty even, and they sent me to 6 classes. But me and my dad would get stoned before we go into the class, so it's kind of redundant.
We'll see you later, Chuck. Go lift some weights for me.
Go get her done, Chuck.
My
Have a
roommate,
good day, brother. Be careful.
My roommate just moved out, and I'm turning her room back into a weightlifting room. I'm going to start lifting too, but at home now.
Hi, Michelle.
I just don't think I have the time to go to the gym. And I've thought about it, and I would just, it's hard to find time. But I can do it at home a lot easier. The home gym.
We lived in more of a city type community where they didn't allow that a lot. You couldn't have guns on the property at school. But I was in school from 88 to 92. I graduated in 92.
Jeremy said he's going to go flex for the guys. Have fun.
There you go. Where it was there. Jess hitting the gym too. Hell yeah, Jess.
We'll see you later too. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day, everybody. Leaving.
Make the time. Yep. Well, I always have two options. You either make the time or you make a spot at your house to work out, which I'm just going to make an at-home gym because that'll save me at least the drive time from going to the gym. So that I feel like that's 30 more minutes a day that I can have working out instead of driving there and back.
Right. Yeah, that's what Dad made me do. You know, when I get in trouble, he'd give me chores. Actually, I got caught stealing cigarettes, and they told me, they said, you want us to call juvenile detention? He's like, no, send him right home. I'll take care of him. And they're like, because they want to know if they'll take me home. And he's like, nope, tell him to ride his bike home. He'll get it when he gets here.
What's going on, Shannon?
Wait a minute, is my brother-in-law here?
Huh? Says, hey, brother.
My wife said, hi, brother. That's usually her brother.
Ah.
I don't see his name in here. Unless he's just watching. What up, Ron?
Is that the world record?
We're rolling doobies, Brian.
Is that the world record right now? Currently 850 pounds. It's only a matter of time before a human lifts over 1,000. Bench pressing.
Damn. I knew a Boilermaker that was in the bodybuilding. He's passed away since now, but he was Mr. Missouri one year, and he was a big old guy. Hi, Aunt Linda.
I did too. I benched 225 in high school. I'd love to be able just to get back up to that in my life.
I never got into lifting.
That was one of my better lifts was the bench press, and I also I had the highest power. I was really good at power cleaning. And that's when you lift the bar up and then you go up, and that can be very difficult to do. But
I was always real active, physically anyway. So I, running around playing football, frisbee. I didn't play golf until later, until I couldn't do all those other things. But I never really got into lifting. In high school, I did a little bit because we had the weight training class, and I got up to like 150 pounds was what I was normally working out with. I can't remember what I could bench total max. I don't know. Gabe, what up, sweet cheeks?
Shannon.
16 years old and 9th in the country for his age. Damn, Matt, that's pretty awesome.
What up, Ohio for 20? Gabe, what's up?
Shan says I'm gonna flex.
Scared me.
Flex eating a sandwich back and forth to my mouth. Much love, Shannon. Talk to you later, sweetie, if you're taking off.
Gabe, what are you up to today over there in Ohio?
No shit. No. God. They did that on canoe trips down in Missouri. We go on canoe trips and you float about 5 miles on the river. They got fucking rangers and shit in the trees. Well, it's legal over there now, but when they didn't, they had rangers in the trees watching. For people, I got caught one time and they took all my shit. I had a Tupperware full, because you're on the river, airtight. I had a Tupperware full. Fuck, I had about an ounce in there. Not for long. Good thing I had more back at the campsite. Probably getting so high. Patty says hi, Aunt Linda.
Hello.
Patty, I had a dab in here for you. Still in here. I guess if you don't want it, I'll do it. 1, 2.
What's going on, Macy? Hanging out with PJ.
How you doing, sweetie? Hope you're having a good day, neighbor.
Playing some video games.
Huh?
I've actually thought about getting a new game system too again. I kind of miss it. I sold it last year because I needed the money, and now I can afford it. So I'm thinking about maybe buying a game system.
This is my lovely wife, guys. If you haven't met her, this is Patty. Prince Head.
What's up, Patty?
Prince Head, she said.
Hey, Dan.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm here. This side of the dirt.
Well, it's getting warmer out now. That's what I'm excited about. Get to go outside more.
Yeah, damn, all this rain, I got to mow again.
Yeah, I remember that. People always said the cops would hide in the woods and catch you smoking weed if you were on the canoe. I never saw them hide. I mean, they had to have something better to do than just sit in the woods, conservation officers, and look for people smoking pot. But that's what they did.
You're welcome.
A few people said hi, Patty.
Everybody says, "I'll still say hi when she gets back in." Aunt Linda says her brother got a ticket on a float trip. Yeah, I didn't get a ticket. They just confiscated it, luckily.
No, I mean, there's a lot of floaters going down there. So if you're the unlucky one that gets stopped by the cops or whatever, you're just unlucky. It happens.
Yeah.
But they let thousands of people through probably doing something illegal. And then you just get the shitty luck.
Definitely. Look, yesterday I was in 2 different waffles and I missed them by 1 spot. It come up and it was like going to my name, and it just stopped right before it got to my name. I was like, that's twice that happened yesterday. It's all Chuck's fault.
It's all Chuck's fault. Since there's a lot of floaters.
There's a lot of floaters generally. You want to flush generally. Yes, this is true. I couldn't find the handle though, Wayne. It was broken. And I think we were on the flush because it was a river flowing. So right on, Mike. You've been doing laundry. Get booted and missed her, but hi at Red Eye 307. Len says hi, honey. We had to throw half our girl into the creek because of the reindeer. We didn't give him all of it. He had Cam hunt. Said you can get it out after I care. Like what the fuck, White be up our ass about that. What the fuck? That is stupid.
What the Chuck?
Damn it, Chuck. What is the problem with outhouses?
By the way, I've noticed that since I've quit drinking coffee, I've actually been able to taste better. It's weird.
Yeah, and caffeine actually, in your throat. I dated this girl that was a speech pathologist, and in your throat, and you have these little cilia, I think they're called, little hairs, you know, and it helps with your vocal cords. And caffeine eats those away.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's more to it than that. This was like 35 years ago when she told me this.
Like,
there's gist of it.
3 weeks ago, this pen tasted like burnt. It's the Tutti Frutti by Brooklyn Boys. And I thought it tasted kind of burnt, but now it tastes. I can actually taste the profiles in it a lot clearer. It doesn't taste burnt anymore, which is interesting that my taste buds are changing.
Michelle, let me know how that works out, please. And are they infused? I have a question. I have questions.
Yeah, probably the fact that I've cut down on smoking cannabis by 90% too is probably helping Wayne too. I definitely smoke a lot less cannabis the last week than cutting down. I can't smoke flower anymore. It's still causing my body to have a reaction, but the vape pen from Brooklyn Boys seems to be okay. I'm not getting a reaction to my whatever it was, my vagus nerve.
Thank you, Wayne. Silica. That's the word I was looking for. I think I said cilia, but I'm a little sillier than you. A little sillier than you are. Cutting back is always good. Always good. Always.
Plus, it saves you a little bit of money. Well, I'm still going to grow no matter how. If I ever quit even smoking cannabis, I'm still always going to be a grower because I really enjoy growing cannabis, even if I don't smoke it. But I also make other products out of it too. So just turn it into Fico. I do like Fico.
Go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, I still like Fico. I definitely, my smoking flower days may be closing to an end.
Yeah, I need to get some Everclear still. I got a couple jars of trim. Yeah, me and Dan were talking about that, and he was looking at researching that too about dog treats, Michelle, and I was curious, just curious. Kay Klingman. I don't know the name, but I'll look it up. Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate it, brother.
Be interesting to see how they make them.
That's because we're providers, Wayne. Gotta make sure our girls are good, brother. I feel you. Yes, it does. Makes sense.
Probably all the stuff that I make, when I continue to grow, it's will be made in the Fico. I haven't had Fico on my website for a while now. Holy cat.
Really? Holly Cat. Hi, Holly Cat. Oh, the girls are looking good. Right on, Christina. What you got growing? I got some Mythic Genetics candied muffins, and I got Hell's Glue, which is golden ratio. I got them at an event. I just thought of that myself whenever I seen Lynn's comment a minute ago. I was wondering that. Dan, write that down. No, I'm kidding. I also have a couple autos that are Nancy's own that are looking pretty good. See if I got some pictures. Some pictures.
Sorry, my boss was texting me. I thought he said he wanted me to come in today to work. I was like, no, it said something about tomorrow. My heart about dropped. I'm like, I don't want to fucking work today.
Virginia Pine from Savage Land and MILF and cookies. Cool.
And I haven't had the time yet. I'm still adjusting to my new life, but I do have a jar in my freezer. And I'll probably be, once I start growing again, I don't have anything in flower. I'll start, but I do have a guy who actually grows, he has pounds of trim, and he said he's willing to negotiate with me. So I do take that back. I may have a lot available soon. Once I work out a deal with him. I met a guy a while ago and I totally forgot about him, but he actually has one of the most interesting grows I've ever seen. He had this cellar on his property. It's like a 50 by 30 foot room. And the only way to get down into this room is through a hole that's in the ground. And you go down this ladder. So it's like an old cellar that people used. I don't know what it was used for, but he turned it into a grow facility. He actually grows cannabis in this cellar, and it's really interesting. But one of the most unique grows I've ever seen, and it works for him, and it works. It looked like some kind of old, actually tornado shelter is what I think it was, and he turned it into a grow. But he has pounds of trim, so we may have Fico available soon. He actually has a license to grow that much cannabis, so he says a lot of trim. Yeah, it might be a root cellar too. And we're in the Illinois area. He lives in Pike County, so I think he lives on an old farmhouse. And some of those root cellars are actually pretty immaculate. Some people did spend some money in there. There are actually pretty large rooms that are built underground. Old school root cellars. Did you hear what I was talking about, Ross, to the friend who he has this old root cellar that's like 30 by 50, and the only way to get down is through this hole in the ground, and he'd climb down a ladder, and he grows marijuana in there.
Oh, cool.
He sprayed the whole wall white, so it's all nice and bright in there. He has all these lights, and he can grow like 50 plants down there.
Nice.
And,
now, I've heard of people using them for meat storages and, fruit cellar and stuff like that, meat cellars.
And he contacted me. He actually has pounds of trim, and I totally forgot about him. I met him at a event last year, and he messaged me out of the blue. He's like, "Hey, I heard you were looking for trim." He's like, "I actually have I have garbage bags full of it." So
nice.
I might be having a lot available soon. He usually has so much that he can't. There's no way he can do anything with it unless he sells it. But it's nice to see that more people are actually. He legally is able to grow it too. I don't know what kind of special license he has. But.
That's clever. I like that, Bubba. K9.
And his strain is excellent too. The strain that he has actually won the Cannabis Cup rosin event in Kansas City. He had the best pressed rosin straight out of Pike County, Illinois. And so that stuff will be in the FICO. So not only is it going to be FICO, but it's also going to be an award-winning strain. So it's pretty awesome that he won that event. He said he couldn't believe it. He went to the Kansas City Cannabis event with his rosin, and he won the event.
Nice. Who did?
This guy that I know from Pike, about close to me.
Gotcha.
And at first they didn't give him a trophy, and apparently the Kansas City organizers weren't that good. And he called him out. He's like, because they were supposed to give him this badass trophy. He's like, "I'll call you guys out publicly if you don't send me a trophy," and they finally did. But I mean, if you're going to put on a big event and give out and have all these people come there, spend money to get there, you got to keep your end of the bargain.
Right.
We're getting into growing season too. It's already April 7th. Everybody's thinking about those outdoor grows.
I thought about transplanting one in a big pot like that and throwing it outside. But we have such bad wind here. I don't know. Iffy.
Yeah, it's a lot harder for them to survive. Takes one bad night. But I mean, if you hardy them up, but even then, it's hard.
Right. They're pretty hardy, but I mean, still, the wind is pretty fucking strong. We're out in. Plus, they're getting ready to cut all our wind blockage down. That row of trees we have next to us, they're cutting all that down. He's clearing it. So there's more wind we're going to get, which is fine. We're going to be moving soon anyway, so.
Heck yeah.
Right on.
Well, we're at the 2-hour mark, and that's usually when we start thinking about calling it a day.
Yeah. Sounds about good.
I got a gardening I have to actually do today. I've neglected my garden, my cannabis garden for a while, and I think I need to take care of that today.
Yeah, I got to go make some clones up and do some other things upstairs.
Well, anybody else want to get in this giveaway? And then we'll see who wins it. Again, this is for the Reishi Turkey Tail Lion's Mane mix that I actually just started making this week. I actually have to do that as well today. I'll put that on the website so people can actually purchase it. I need to add those today, or probably right after this podcast.
Yeah, and I can tie them too, Cindy. So.
And I also want to get outside and enjoy the sunshine. So I like getting outside when it's going to be the warmest, probably about 3 p.m.
Not today for me.
Oh, you guys are on the other side of this front?
Yep, we got the rain. It's just windy now. It quit raining.
This is 65 here right now.
Yep, I don't know.
Sunny.
Let's see what we got.
Dang, you must be really close. Sunny skies, very warm. 75 for eclipse day tomorrow here. Just don't look at the sun. I don't even have any special glasses yet, but last time I used
When is that? The 20th? Or
when's what?
when's the eclipse?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
And it looks like a lot of the countries are going to be in some cloudy areas. So if you do, even if you get the sun and you get to witness a partial eclipse, definitely go out and enjoy it. It's also very interesting that we live in a time period where the moon's the exact same size as the sun when it sweeps across it. The moon actually used to be a lot bigger and used to be closer to the Earth. And every year it goes, I think it loses an inch or two. It goes out further into space. So eventually, when an eclipse happens, the sun will actually be smaller than the moon will be smaller than the sun in a few, 100,000 years, and you won't be able to actually see it. Not that we will be alive, but it's interesting that we do live in a time where the moon is literally the exact same size as the sun and covers it up perfectly. Yes, good luck to everybody. So let's hit that giveaway. I think we got all the entries, 46 entries. We got 36 people in here. So also, don't forget to hit those reaction buttons for us as well. There are a lot of people who do view us afterwards, and we appreciate you guys being here today. So good luck, everybody. Let's draw it.
Thank you.
This is Jeremy Phelps.
Spin it again. Congratulations, home skillet. I know it's here.
It's about damn time you won on my show.
Right? Cool. Thanks, Bubba. I got the link, brother.
What's up, Jeremy? Congrats. Oh, it's the second time you won, but maybe you have better memory than I do. I need to take more lines, man. I thought it was the first time you won it, but it's been a while.
I don't even see how these guys remember it. I remember certain things I win.
I'll be really. Oh, the oil. That's right. You did. Now you reminded me. I'm really interested to see how they help you, Jeremy. Maybe they'll really benefit you.
Oh, that's right. He had the blueberry muffin oil that he made blueberry muffins with, and didn't send any to us. I'm just kidding. That shit probably fucking go bad over.
I also like you giving
mail, especially if it's coming out. It takes a week.
Yeah. I also like giving this stuff away too because I like to see how it helps improve people's lives. So I always like to hear stories because this is some good medication. You can do a lot of good for your mental health and gut issues. And
I had the blueberry muffin and the Ophelia honey. And then what was the other honey I had? Was that the Romulan? Did you make a Romulan?
I don't think. I made Romulan coconut oil, but I never put it in the honey.
Okay, just Ophelia then, I guess.
And blueberry muffin.
Okay, I guess I did have one of those. Yeah, I did. That's right. I thought I had a different one. Oh, yeah.
Congratulations. Lots of love there. Fell asleep on the live.
That's why I remember it, Jeremy.
Yes, everybody have a great day. Get out there and enjoy some sun if you're in the warmer weather.
Absolutely.
And go out and enjoy the eclipse too. It's a once in a lifetime thing. And like I said, the moon's the perfect size of the sun, so it's actually going to be interesting to see all these videos lot of experiments going on too.
Yeah, if you guys don't have a purpose in life, go find one. You know, even if it's a small purpose, you know, a purpose of being happy, purpose of getting up every day, whatever, you know, purpose of being there for your dog or your kids or your family.
Yeah, Jeremy, go ahead. That's fine. I probably have your information on my pirate ship account, but that's fine too.
And if you don't have a purpose, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. You know, you'll find it. You know, a lot of us, I didn't find my purpose until 40 years old, pretty much. You know, my purpose before that was misconstrued. I was just, you know, worried about getting my next drink. But it's nice to have a purpose, meaning and purpose in life. For me, that's service to others. Of course, treating myself first. I got to put that oxygen mask on me so I can be there for others. You too, Trent. You too, Janet. Much love, Deb. Much love, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a fine Sunday afternoon or morning. Well, I guess both.
For sure. Well, this is probably where we're going to end it, guys. I appreciate you guys all joining us today. And we'll catch you next time on Coffee Time. And hope you guys have a great week. And it's a great day to enjoy. Take some time to yourself today and find purpose even as well. That's why on Sundays I usually don't do a lot. But today I have to catch up on a lot of things. But
me too.
Let the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out?
All right, guys. Well, next time we'll see you guys. So much love, guys.
Much love, everybody.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
Wandering on the beach. The ocean sprays. The birds speak. We look inside and rise in peace. Eyes open to realize hope as we walk in beauty wherever the path leads. Creator is guiding me on this journey. That's all I need. Warmth beneath my feet as I look into the skies. Tears fill my eyes, and love fills my mind. The drum sounding so astounding, heart pounding with relief. Ears open to catch the lessons, 5 fingers counting my blessings. I believe with time and effort we can achieve.